Hey everyone. Today I got to visit two equally awesome but also very different school libraries here in Vancouver, Washington as part of my year-long residency with the teacher librarians of Evergreen Public Schools. And while both libraries and librarians were inspiring in their own unique ways, the best part of my day occurred right here at Gila High School, which is behind me, where I got to spend an awesome morning helping the teacher librarian here brainstorm some ideas for what I think is just maybe quite possibly one of the coolest lessons I've ever heard, where she gets to combine teaching media literacy skills and math. Her idea was to engage kids in an activity in which they got to explore and examine photographs that have been altered not through fancy software like Photoshop, but by taking the photograph from very specific and unique perspectives in order to make the objects in the photograph appear larger or farther away or closer, etc. And to talk to the kids about why someone might want to manipulate photos in that way and what the advantages are to being able to convince someone that something is true when it really isn't. Then the next step in this lesson would be to work with the math teacher to use drones. You heard me right, drones, to have students create their own aerial photographs in which they did the math to find out exactly what angle and from what perspective they would need to take their aerial photographs in order to convince viewers that what is depicted in the photo isn't exactly accurate. Kind of a whole seeing isn't really believing lesson. And not only is this one of the coolest ideas I've ever heard of in terms of talking about media literacy with kids and in terms of collaboration between the teacher librarian and a math teacher, but I am so inspired by this teacher librarian and all the teacher librarians here in Vancouver who are not just willing to think outside the proverbial box, but who kind of refuse to even admit there is a box that their roles fit into. Kudos to you all for the great work you're doing here for kids, and thank you all so much for letting me be a part of it, and thank you Gila High School for being the best part of my day.